Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me thank you all for coming here today. Before we begin, let me introduce myself briefly. I am Dwi Aqidahtul. You can call me Aida, the student of Islamic Education Department of UIN Malang. Our topic today is the learning method of Islamic education in senior high school. I will begin by presenting the meaning of Islamic education. Then I will continue by meaning the methodology of Islamic education. Finally, I will explain the several education methods. I will begin by distribute materials to participants, and then I will convey the gist of my material. Finally, I will open a question and answer session. My presentation will take 20 minutes. Don't worry about taking notes. I have put all the important statistics on a screen for you. If you have any question, feel free to interrupt me at any time. Have you ever known several methods of education in Islam before? Which method is most appropriate? Each method has its own advantage, and the method to be applied must be in accordance with the level of education. Did you know that the learning method of Islamic education in senior high school are adjusted to choose state in the Quran and Hadith? In addition, the method of Islamic education has been exemplified since the time of the Prophet Muhammad. In this part of my presentation, I would like to tell you about meaning of Islamic education. Islamic education is a process in shaping Muslim humans who are able to develop their potential to realize their duties and function as a Khalifah of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, but the God, fellow humans, and fellow creators. The education that is intended is always based on the teachings of the Quran and Hadith. Let's move on to the next point. The method that can be taken to facilitate the achievement of the goals of Islamic education. Several educational methods, namely, first, the lecture method, which is a method that is carried out by conveying the understandings of learning materials to students by way of lecture or oral narrative. The purpose of this method is to provide psychological encouragement to students. Second, discussion method, which is a learning system that is carried out by way of discussion. In this method, the question posed contains a problem and cannot be solved with just one answer. Answers that consist of various possibilities require mutually supportive thoughts from the discussion participants to arrive at the final answer that is agreed upon as the most correct or best answer. Third, the question and answer method and dialogue, namely the delivery of learning with the teacher asking questions and students answering them, or having a dialogue by exchanging ideas. The method of punishment, namely the method that is carried out by giving punishment to students. Punishment is the worst of the methods, but under certain conditions it must be used. Thank you all for listening. Just to summarize the main points of my talk, so the method of Islamic education is a strategy in education that is based on the Quran and Hadith. The method of Islamic education aims to produce students who are knowledgeable and have good morale, and the learning method of Islamic education in senior high school is. Are there any questions? I think it's enough for the presentation this time. More or less, I apologize and thank you for your participation. I hope the knowledge is useful. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.